Yeah. All right. Awesome. So let's. The round has started. Let's fix these names. So we have Tran on the left. He's on the workshop step. We just looked over that. And Matt Hazard is obviously on the Delver list. I can pull that deck up in a little bit. We return to our match in progress. And Matt Hazard is on a straight blue-white Delver deck. There is no red in this.
Right, blue-white. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, he's got Stoneforges. That's why. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I called it Delver, but it really is.
Well, there's Delvers in it.
It's definitely running Delvers.
Yeah.
All right, setting everything up, so I don't really know what's going on. But it looks like there are a lot of things in play, which is good.
Round 3.
Yes.
I've never played with hanger back until now, so
Normally a board against one. If the Delver flips, that makes a big difference. If it doesn't flip, this won't last much longer.
Flip Delver is insane against shops.
Right now he's got something sickness, but he's got 4 times alarm, so if he dies like a 4-1 that's pretty awesome.
Well, you know. Ooh, let's try not to kick the computer.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's big. It's fine.
All right, so Matt has. Well, actually, I mean, he has no lands, but he's got 2 Moxes. He's got lands in hand. Oh, he needs to draw better than the main deck silences.
He has 4 main deck silence.
Yep. So
this list is ridiculous. We need to talk more about this list.
Yeah, unfortunately, because we didn't know ahead of time, we couldn't pull it up. Yeah, Matt Hazard is playing a blue-white Delver deck with Stoneforge Mystics, Delvers, Mind Sensors.
2 Mind Sensors, yeah.
Yep, and he's running 4 Silence main deck as a crazy anti-combo strategy.
And 2 mana leaks.
And when I say crazy, I mean that it's crazy anti-combo. Obviously, Workshops is not the matchup he wants to have those cards against. This is a pretty metagamed anti-blue deck, I would say.
Yeah.
At least, certainly game 1. It looks like it's not over yet.
Sweet Stoneforge for Batterskull. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's tough without knowing the life totals. If Matt's got plenty of time left, that Batterskull will run away with this game. But if he has to jump with something, he might not be able to.
Man, this is a nice deck. It's just wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wish I knew life totals, but I get the feeling that it's not so low that he has to jump.
Thorn.
He probably has to block the lodestone, but the Battlestar's going to be real nice.
Yeah.
That's
going to be hard for him to beat.
Nam had a window he could elect on a wasteland to shut it off, but he didn't. It'd be pretty serious.
How serious?
Team serious. 1,000% serious.
Yeah, that was the correct answer. Thank you. I just slow pitched it to you.
Do you know what it says on the shirt entirely?
No, I know it says 1,000% serious.
1,000% serious, and in red text underneath it says full warning.
Okay.
It's a managering joke.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
okay.
just,
full warning. I get it.
Yes. Taking their.
That's actually pretty great.
Their managering warnings with great pride.
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome.
1,000% serious. Full warning. I think it's actually a quote. I wish I remembered it. I think it was. I think it's like a post.
Oh, like someone red texting them.
Yeah. Being 1,000% serious. So he attacked the Lodestone, traded with the hammerback. So that was a big hammerback.
Yep. That's how big is that?
It's a 4/4.
Yeah.
So really the question now is Matt going to draw enough mana to do like profitable
4/4 hangerback. Actually, pretty good against the Batter Skull.
Yeah.
That's actually like a huge deal.
Yep. And you could make it a 5/5 if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's actually that hangerbacks might just
now if the Delver was still alive,
yeah,
Matt could equip it next turn. That would win the game for him, but it is not. It probably had to block. I don't know leftovers again, but I'm sure it was right. Yeah, if Matt has a bunch more mana, he can start doing Batter Skull tricks, but
yeah, but that's gonna be. I guess know that is a spell. So if he just gets a 5th mana in play, like he draws another land, he can start doing
it's reasonable
stuff. But yeah, he's gonna need to draw some way to answer one of those hangerbacks, or those hangerbacks are just going to run away with this game.
So main deck, Matt has
Echoing
one
Truth.
Swords to Plowshares and one Echoing Truth.
It's kind of nice here.
Oh, Echoing Truth is very nice here. Either before or after.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for right now. Echoing Truth, Swords to Plowshares. Those are really the only relevant cards.
Yeah.
That or having a bunch of mana and playing some of the flyers he has.
Uh-huh.
Second Stoneforge Mystic and a Jit is an option.
And even Mind Sensor with a Batter Skull equipped to it is a pretty decent clock.
Yes. Assuming that he doesn't get overrun by these hangerbacks right now.
Yep. Yeah, he would need to put something together in the next couple turns. But, if that ends up being his game plan, he can jump with a hangerback or jump with a Batter Skull, gain 4 life.
Yeah.
And then, buy himself some time. He can also equip the Stoneforge. That's not completely unreasonable.
Yeah, the problem is that's really just buying him like one turn, right? Because Nam can just
Yeah, but I mean, if that's
Nam
what
can
he
just
needs.
pump the hangerback by 1.
Yeah, but
Then it can kill him. Then it can kill a Stoneforge.
I know, it's all complicated now.
Sure, but he needs to leave one back then in that case, right?
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I guess he doesn't actually. That's not true. He has a Mistress Factory. Oh boy, yeah, it's probably just gonna kill him.
That should almost definitely do it.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what's in Matt's hand, but I'm guessing it's not a Swords to Plowshares.
If it was a Swords, I think he would have responded. Or is? Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yep, that's it's gonna be tough to beat for Matt.
Yeah. A noble effort, but
Something to note for post-war games, he doesn't have any Serenities in the sideboard.
he has
Katakis.
He has no Serenities, but he has a lot of Katakis. We'll see that in a second. Yeah, it's
And Swords, that's good to bring in.
he could consider the rest in pieces.
Something to consider depending on how many cards do you have to board out. Because
He's got a lot to board out.
Because something to consider is boarding Rest in Peace. When he has hangerbacks and ravagers.
Yep, he definitely could do that. Presumably there's Crucibles in there too. He might sideboard them out. Oh wait, there are no Crucibles.
Yeah, not main deck. He don't have main deck Crucible anymore.
Oh, yeah, yours says 4/4. 0/0. Does yours say 4/4?
Yeah, just the Ravagers and the Walkers. But they're relevant. It's definitely relevant. Walker is a lot worse with the rest of these.
You're right.
Yes. Much worse.
See, who does he want to block?
It's a tough call. Actually, it doesn't matter, right? Ravager means it's irrelevant. Whatever Nam wants to happen, happens. If Nam wants
he's not
Matt to
gonna get
jump, then he jumps. If he wants to put everything on the other guy, he puts it there,
I mean, something to note is that Matt can't gain life off Batter Skull.
Yeah, well, it depends on what Nam wants to do with it.
What do you mean?
Nam's got a 4/4, right? So
Yeah.
he might want to kill the Batter Skull. The germ token.
No, but he just kills him with swing back.
Kills it on the swing back.
So you sack a Hangerback Walker, it makes like 5 guys. You sack those to the Ravager, it makes Ravager huge, and you sack the Ravager to a Loffler and just attack him for like 20.
Yeah.
I haven't done the math, but he's got to be close. Like, with they're both Hangerbacks are on like 5 or 6, right? So that's like
No, I think it's 4 and 2.
4 and 2. I thought he'd been pumping the first one the whole game.
Oh, he had been? I can't see.
I don't know. I thought he had been. I could be wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
Three Thunders.
Regardless,
Yeah, I mean, it's probably lethal right now, isn't it?
that'd be close.
Because so if it was 5 and 5, he can sack Ravager, which he might be doing now. Sack all the Thopters, put it on the other
Yeah, I think
one.
that's what he's doing. So
1, 2, 3, 4,
because
5.
if it's
6,
if he
7,
can't kill him in
8,
one shot,
9,
then
10.
yeah, if he
He
can't kill him in
can
one
give it
shot,
plus 10 right now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think he attacked with Lodestone more than once, so I can't imagine.
Oh yeah, he definitely isn't at 20.
No, because the creature that blocked didn't deal damage that same first.
Just
Yeah.
whiting the interaction he knows he's talking about.
So he's 10 now?
Yeah, Matt made the same gamble as many people in this tournament as playing a main deck designed to beat combo decks.
I've never played against him.
I think it was not a bad decision for him, but he ran into a non-combo deck.
He did fine at Triple.
Bring out those sideboards.
Rich Masriano. Yeah.
All right, so Matt's definitely coming in with the swords, 3 Katakis. He may decide to bring in Rest in Peace.
Sub number, yeah.
He might not. He's got a lot of cards to board out.
Nam is.
I mean, started with 4 Silence right off the bat. He could probably fit the Rest in Pieces pretty easily.
Oh
if he
yeah,
wants
actually,
to.
yeah, he's got a lot of stuff to take out.
Nam is probably bringing in the Dismembers. I can't tell. I'm not sure what Nam would bring
Definitely
in.
Wormcoil Engine.
Wormcoil Engine is good. Batterskull's good. Duplicate's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely not Graft Diggers or Crucible, but anything else is on the table.
It's been a while since we've been.
Yeah, I mean, because it just depends on how he wants his deck to be configured.
Yeah.
Who's board. What's Nam's main deck look like?
I can't look at it without killing the sideboards, but
Oh. Probably worth the metal workers, right?
yeah, you got Metalworkers he could cut. Karn is less good against Delver.
Yeah.
Not that it's dead. Thorn is sort of interesting because playing a Thorn early is really bad against the Stoneforge Mystic,
Yeah.
but it's really good against preordains.
Yeah.
Matt, on the other hand, real quick, has some number of Flusterstorms and silences are just dead. That's probably his whole sideboard right now. He could board out some number of Gush or Mana Leak, but he's probably just taking out Flusterstorms
Yeah.
and silences.
Yeah. I think that'd be a pretty reasonable swap. You take out those 6 cards, you board in like 2 Rest in Peace, 3 Katakis, and a Swords.
Yeah.
Just hope for the best.
Yeah, another option is the creatures just because they're creatures. Containment Priest as Ambush Viper. Containment Priest used to be good against the Forge Master decks. Every card in Nam's deck looks like it's also in a Forge Master deck. But he doesn't have Forge Masters.
Yeah.
So depending on what Matt puts him on, that might be the right call.
Yeah, this time you're like, I'm dying. It's been warmer each year. The first year it was like sleeting. It was kind of cold. This year there wasn't even any shrinkage.
All right.
There wasn't even any shrinkage. Wasn't there a post about watching Aliens vs. Predator at your place? Except for the Legacy GP coming for Columbus GP, yeah. Like June or July or so. Yeah, hopefully I'll have an even bigger TV by then. We are in the living room and the fireplace, like in a lot of 1920 houses. It was originally wood burning and then probably in the 50s it was adapted to one of those gas burning. Oh, okay. That was horribly unhealthy and private and scary. Oh. So that's gone. Oh, nice. But they close off the flue and get that. So it's either revert it back or do a really expensive gas insert. And we think we're going to go with one of the fancy, colorful LED ones. So we got one of those. And I don't like that, so it's yeah, that's great. But we're going to lower the mantle
So I think I could be wrong, but I feel like this game might be coming down to Kataki advantage. Matt Hazard has a lot of Katakis. Nam Tran has the Dismembers. He might be bringing them in to stop them. And the One Academy, which is pretty good against Kataki too. But if Matt sticks to Kataki early, it could do a lot of damage to a deck like that.
Legacy GP. I gotta build Lexi plan.
Dude, I got a different one. I can't do Belcher anymore. I mean, with Cluster Storm and some of the cards are out now. I think Cluster Storm and Spellpierce are two of the things that make it most difficult. There's no one to list on the Legacy, which is cool.
Yeah.
Your deck's on fire because I'm about to take the sweatshirt off.
All right, going into game 2. Matt Hazard on the play.
Give me 2 of my sideboard cards on my opener.
Fear to see what they are.
Or just do this.
That's great. Good.
All right, Nan and Matt looking at their hands,
Ready to rumble?
ready to rumble.
Alright, I'll see. See what we got here.
Matt has at least a force and an island. Can't see if he's got anything else.
Those cards go good together.
Nam has Metal Worker, so we left that in. He's got a Workshop and a Metal Worker, so he's keeping that hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta ship it.
Alright.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Lands and spells. That's actually all I asked for.
Matt is going to wish he had that Force of Will when Nam plays his turn 1 Metal Worker.
I might still have it.
But we will see. He probably couldn't have kept the hand. I didn't get a good look at it, but it only had 1 land. So I'm guessing it was the right call.
Let's empty.
So I see this.
Like I said before, I think this game's probably coming down to
Is there a second turn?
whether or not Kataki
How does this usually
like sticks and like whether Nam's hand loses to or not. Metal Worker's pretty good against Kataki,
Uh-huh.
so we'll see.
I was just.
But a hand with only Workshop as your mana is very bad against Kataki.
I didn't make it last time, so I'm glad I'm here plus relegation.
Yeah. Yeah, I walked in upstairs. I was like, whoa, that's really different.
Remember the walls not there? You upstairs before?
I think they have multiple colors.
Were they?
Yeah. Like, this room is green, this room is pink. I was like,
Matt going to 6, Nam keeping a 7. We know Nam has Workshop, Metal Worker, a Sword of Fire Ice I think I saw,
oh, good. I almost
and
grabbed
a Wasteland maybe.
The sky would be nice.
I will.
Alright, Matt's got a Lotus and a Tundra, I think. That's a Tundra.
Delver, Force, Stoneforge.
What did you choose to?
Scryan?
Okay.
How free are you?
Doesn't like it.
Bottoms.
Bottom.
Bottoms is Scry.
Alright,
Alright, here we go.
playing like a god.
Oh, it's a Misty Rainforest.
Yes.
Okay.
So, plenty of land. Oh, that's a Pearl. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. Okay. So it's pretty good roll the 6, it looks like.
Yeah, so he probably doesn't play the Delver. He probably just leaves it up for Force.
Alright,
Yeah, just turn 1 Stoneforge,
Yep. Yeah. Force back up.
turn 1 Battlescroll, Force back up. Yeah, that's all you can ask for, a 6-card hand.
Uh-huh.
We have, like, creatures.
Nam's hand did seem pretty threat dense. It's unfortunate. You have to force that Metal Worker.
Yeah.
Even sometimes Metal Worker is terrible, but you can't. One thing that the tournament Stoneforge can't beat is Nam emptying his entire hand on turn 2. So he's got no choice.
Though he's gonna have turn on Stoneforge. So I mean, if he forces Nam's first turn Metal Worker and he doesn't have anything else, and he gets the Barrow Skull into play, like he could just get onto the board fast enough.
Yeah. So I can see right now
Because if Nam's hand is just like a bunch of like.
he does have a Lodestone in hand.
Okay.
So
but,
so Nam's gonna play turn 2 Lodestone, which will trade with the Battlescroll.
yeah, which isn't the best.
Now you can get the Battlescroll back. He's got enough mana to do that, but
yeah.
Don't want that.
but he won't. Well, as a Lotus, so he can only do that once, right? He can only trade once.
Yeah. But that might be enough, honestly. Depending on the way that shakes out, he presumably has a bunch of things in his deck like thorns and sorts of fire and ice and chalices and that just
Now I
doesn't
can't
really do much.
I can't see enough of Nam's hand. There's the other option of if Matt lets the Metalworker resolve, and Lodestone is the only creature Nam has,
Yeah.
and he forces the Lodestone,
Yeah.
the Batterskull could easily win that game.
Yeah.
But from Matt's perspective, not knowing the hand, that's a scary thing to let stick around.
That's a word.
So you're gonna try to go that route this time, huh? Mary Brew?
You already have a bunch of mana out and stuff. I mean, you're probably just gonna counter swords.
All right, Metalworker Force.
All right, Metalworker Force, as expected.
Your turn.
Okay.
So Nam drew a duplicate on his turn, which,
pretty good, yeah.
which could he does not have the mana right now to cast it, but he could ensure.
yeah.
What is going on? Stoneforge?
Uh,
Stoneforge. So, everything I just said about Batterskull maybe not being able to handle Lodestone is not as true when talking about a Batterskull equipped with a jet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer.
Yeah. Now, Matt is short on mana, and he only gets one shot to use that Lotus. I think he has to use it this turn. So, he can't equip the jet anytime soon.
Sure, but you know.
But it is nice.
Oh wow, it's
Nice setup.
yeah,
I'm not gonna really use a Ancient Tomb right about now.
yeah,
Ancient Tomb would be nuts for him.
yeah.
I'm joking, but he might actually have that. I gotta look that up. No Ancient Tombs.
Huh.
Alright, well, so you got some work to do.
Yeah.
That's good.
Go to my turn.
Yep. Still be on his head right now.
Mana Crypt would be amazing. He does not have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no way in his deck to get 2 mana this turn. But yeah, he can get the Jit at a turn and then equip, do whatever he wants. It's pretty tough.
We're gonna move the turn.
He does not have the 3rd mana, so if he doesn't, okay, Nam takes it. If
I am real confused about what's happening right now.
he's attacking with a Germ token,
Yeah, but why is it tapped? And why isn't it on the Batterskull?
oh yeah, it should not be tapped.
And it also shouldn't be like hanging out near the Batterskull.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think there's a 4 on it to show it, to say that it's a 4/4.
Sure, and that's just even more misleading because there's like
Yeah, it's
counters
true.
on the singles that have counters on it.
So he's on top.
Yeah, I figured it.
So I can't attack this wait.
I would have considered. I mean, Nam is a far more experienced shot player than I, but I would have considered blocking there.
Uh-huh.
He needs a 3rd mana to get the Batterskull back, right?
Yes.
And he does not have one now, and he obviously didn't have one in his hand last turn.
Yeah.
Given the rest of his hand, though, Nam does have that duplicate. If
Yeah.
he gets another mana, he could just duplicate the Germ token
Uh-huh.
and get in there just like as a tempo play.
Yeah.
That is enough.
Okay.
Move on.
Oh, maybe he had it.
Yeah. Now,
She said, you know,
when you duplicate a Germ token, you don't get to keep the duplicate.
Yeah, you died.
So it would have to be a tempo play based on the fact.
The other one's Tangleware.
Tangle Wire.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Choose the Tangle.
Now Matt has more permanents.
Yeah.
You can tap the Batterskull and still leave a token up pretty
also,
easily.
also, he's gonna have a Jit in play in a second.
Yeah. So Tangle Wire is not as good as it normally is against a 2-land board,
Yeah.
but
It's actually really bad because he puts Jit into play, goes to his turn, has tap 4 cards, he taps Stoneforge, Batterskull Jit, and then equips the Jit to the Germ token. And
that is
attacks
true.
him.
Yeah. If he makes that play, that's bad for Nam.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a sword next turn, which is great, but Batterskull with a Jit is probably better.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, Matt will have to sequence the Tangle Wire just correct.
Yeah, you'll have to see all of the things
should we do it?
and do them correctly. Sure.
That's fine.
Your turn, sir.
Is that a Mind Sensor in him?
Yeah, he has mind sensor. This is one card.
Too good shit.
Alright.
Tangleware.
Untap.
What's gonna happen? I'm so nervous.
A creature or player.
So basically swinging for 9, right?
Yeah, but if I choose to go towards you, not one of your pretty Stoneforges then.
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame. If Matt was one turn ahead and had counters of the Jit, then he could totally shut off the Sword of Fire Ice entirely. But
Oh, yeah,
he will
yeah.
not be able to do that. But
He's not gonna be in bad shape.
if he gets
By any means.
if he gets that Jit on the batter skull, things are looking good. Yeah, there's a germ token next to that batter skull, but it is equipped.
Seems good. Also seems good.
Alright, you gotta figure it out.
Well, that was just sort of his decision. If he thinks for some reason he wants to leave up the 1/2s,
You're right.
yeah. He could also equip Stoneforge, but it's probably not as good to do.
Yeah.
Where are you?
If he thinks he's going to draw a land, he can be super greedy. Yeah.
I think you have to just tap the Stoneforge and flip the Jit to the...
Yeah,
get some counters on your Jit and presumably kill the Batter Skull.
Yeah, that's...
Or the Lodestone, I mean.
Yeah. All right, now he just has to not draw anything that he can cast.
Yep. Flame would be good.
That'll be real good.
Jet also acceptable.
Reasonable.
In some ways better than a land. Because he has Wasteland in play.
That is true.
16. Fall because of Brass Man's fair. Not on hardcore.
Is he not equipped with it? I don't understand. He can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
He
Not
doesn't
sure.
have any spells to cast. His card in hand is a Mind Sensor he can't play. Oh, okay. He was just playing with his Germ token. I thought he was attacking with it.
He was thinking about it. All right, so we have one of the scarier germs I've ever seen.
The manner by which people have been representing the game state today is really bugging me. Like, those things are just like hanging out on the side of the thing that may or may not be a Germ token.
Well, you know, we know. Us viewers, we know.
Card above the sword. Oh, Tangle Wire. It's a foil Tangle Wire.
So,
Yeah, the issue with Nam's deck is it's all foil or beta, so it's like actually very hard to figure out what some of these cards are because of the foiling.
Nam has a Tangle Wire, a Sword of Fire Ice, not equipped to anything.
Yeah.
I can understand how it would be confusing because that Germ token is equipped.
Yep.
And a Lodestone Golem. So he stacked the triggers, tapped down the Wasteland, the only relevant card he tapped. We'll see what happens now. Still has that duplicate. If he's got another mana, he can. This is like a great turn to do that tempo wise. But you're burning a card and 6 mana on that play. You lose the duplicate out of that. I can't see the other cards in his hand, so I can't comment on what else he could do.
Let's get a duplicate and a Wasteland. Maybe?
This is really this is the critical turn right here because if Matt gets another turn,
Yeah, it was a Wasteland. Yeah.
if Matt gets another turn to attack, he's got 4 counters legit. He can just kill the Lodestone in response to
Yeah,
anything.
he's gonna kill everything.
Yeah. Tangle Wire.
Another Tangle Wire. Okay.
Okay, so this one's a little more interesting.
Yeah.
So now there's 7 counters.
Uh-huh.
Matt has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents.
Yep.
So he's got enough.
Yeah. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it like that. No. My plan.
There might be a sequencing issue with him. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Broker is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can broker legit.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep.
Has to be Gonzalo's pizza.
Yep. The Revoker's huge. So Nam is at 12, I think.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's an ancient tomb over there.
Yes. Yeah.
So probably 8.
Okay.
Life, I guess, like drinking something or bumping your medicine.
Matt's leaving the counter zone, which seems fine actually. He's got a few ways to answer the Revoker, and he'll really want those counters if he does. The only thing Matt can do in response is gain 4 life, which is kind of irrelevant because he's at 28.
Yeah.
So Matt has to tap down everything but 1. If that JIT was active, it would obviously be the Germ token. Still probably right, though he does have draw things that he could draw. No, he can't play the Mindset Series 1 mana short because of the Lodestone. This is interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So he can probably. So Jit's offline, so if he attacks, he can't attack, I don't think, because he'll just block with the Lodestone, kill the Germ, then all of his perms are tapped, and he goes to his turn.
See, the thing is,
Has to tap 5 things, taps 1, 2, 3.
the thing is, I feel like Nam could have blocked the Germ 3 times. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
2 times. It's no different now than it was before.
Well, now, if he trades his Lodestone, then he untaps, equips his sword to his Revoker, attacks him, kills the Stoneforge.
Yeah.
Then, like, the game's gonna get, and there he goes.
Yeah,
to his
but
turn.
he's gonna get the
And he has
load-
1,
the
2,
better.
3, 4, 5. And he taps his board again. You'll have killed 2 permanents.
Yeah, but he will get he can get the Batter Skull back in play on his upkeep in response to the Tangle Wire.
He's not a man for that. He's 5 mana.
Oh yeah, he just
Yeah, he's
returned to
just
his
locked
hand.
out.
Yeah,
like,
he would have been locked
yeah,
out.
that's
Yeah.
what I think is exactly what Nam's doing.
Yeah.
Because he taps his entire board. Nam hits him again.
Yeah, that'll
kills
do it.
the other Stoneforge, and then he's just like
Well,
completely shut down.
he tap it on the type board. He's gonna have
Well, he's
5
gonna
counters.
equip,
1, 2,
attack,
3, 4,
kill
5, 6, 7.
Stoneforge, and then he's gonna have.
He's Matt's
Oh,
gonna
it's
have
at
1 card
thing.
out, but it's
that's-
just 1 card.
Then he blocks the Stoneforge. It's not. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Yeah, and he probably should bounce Batter Skull on his upkeep if that happens anyway. But
And then he
doesn't-
taps his whole board.
Yeah,
So, and then he has a power skill in his hand he can't cast.
yeah. That will probably do it.
Yeah. So I think Nam's gonna take this one, presuming that something crazy doesn't happen. I mean, I guess there's no Sears in play anymore, so he could draw Lotus and do something weird. But I don't really know what.
Yeah, I mean,
what he could do. I mean, even Kataki's like not.
Matt's
great
not
here.
locked down. He's just going to lose all Stoneforges. Like, yeah, he could play Swords to Plowshares is the critical card. That's the card he wants.
Yeah, sure. Not locked down in the traditional sense, but he's gonna have some work to do to get anywhere in this game. Because granted, while all this is happening, Nam's drawing extra cards off the sword. So it's not like Nam's gonna stop playing because like he played a middle worker. So it's gonna be hard, and he still has that duplicate in his hand. It's gonna be hard for Matt to get any type of offense going. Like even if he has the Kataki, he's just gonna.
Yeah,
duplicate.
Kadaki's not good enough now.
Yeah.
Kill his lands too. He also
has
too many artifacts out
boxes,
there.
yeah, so he can't even afford to cast Kataki. He'll shut himself off. He'll lose his equipment. Like, yeah, 4 of his 6 permanents are artifacts himself, so.
So I think he needs to not attack with the Lodestone there, or the Batter Skull there.
Yeah.
He might. It might not have mattered. I don't know what he's going to draw. If he doesn't attack with the Batter Skull, but he also draws some swords or something, that would probably do it. But did not get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the metal worker is, if he didn't have another creature, then it's possible that he could swords and like work his way out of it. But it's the metal worker now. It's just there's like no way.
Well, if he swords the Revoker, he can kill the Metal Worker with Jit.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was.
But he's only got 2 swords in his deck.
Yeah.
It's not super likely.
rough. Yeah.
And Echoing Truth would do it too.
Yeah. Oh, Echoing Truth wouldn't do it. It's Sword of Fireness.
You're right. He could bounce the sword, but that just buys him a turn.
Do anything, yeah.
Yeah, I think Matt just built a deck designed to be blue decks and combo decks, and
Played against Nantran.
played against Tran.
Yeah, this is oh yeah.
It's got some cards you draw off Metalworker,
Ravager
Skellion,
Skellion.
which is probably lethal right now. Oh, actually no, Matt's in a lot of life.
Not clear whether Nantran is activating Metalworker or just showing him how dead he is. Like, it really could be anything.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 1 mana floating. You can play both.
What was your other card you showed?
Yep.
Oh, Raptor.
Yeah, this is
That's fine.
this is about over. Even got the combo kill. Yep.
Yeah. Now, not only would Kataki not win the game for Matt anyway, it wouldn't even survive because there's a
Just
Skellion
shoot
out.
it. Yeah.
Where
So 3 things.
definitely those two.
Yeah, double.
Yep, so he taps on his equipment, and then he
Yeah.
yeah, I can't think of what's in his deck. All of his creatures just die.
Yeah, I have it right here. Yeah, the creatures will all die.
Even Swords doesn't do it anymore because he can't break up the Ravager
Yeah.
Skellion combo.
Swords doesn't do it. He would need like a string of cards.
Yeah, I think it's just too far behind at this point. There's too many need to answer threats.
There are no lock pieces. He could do Ancestral into Time Lock Lotus.
What? Then what? Then Triskellion just shoots all the things he plays. Like, it's not.
And Swords, and then the next card. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Nobody's saying it looks good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what life he's at, but
I don't think.
Nam's representing
Yeah, like how much damage is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 anytime.
Just all the Triskelion, right?
Yeah, just off just.
And that's aside from the fact that he's going to attack him with the Triskelion first and the Revoker. And
Correct.
I think he's just dead without shooting him.
Well, don't forget that Matt gained like 8 to 12 life. 12
Yeah,
life,
but
I
he's
think.
been attacking him with the Revoker for like 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah, so he's probably like at 22 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not.
It's pretty. Short worm coil. Use your worm coil.
Wurmquill is pretty fun right here.
Because that's one way to put it.
He can get 3 extra damage by sacking it and the 2 tokens
Yep.
to the Ravager.
It's kind of like a hangerback, except it has lifelink and death punch and is a 6/6.
Yeah. He's not attacking with the Ravager.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to expose it to.
Yeah. It just occurred to me that he might not go all in with Triskelion just because he doesn't know if Matt has swords.
He doesn't need to, right?
Yeah, what I'm
He's
saying.
going to attack him for like 3 turns. He's going to die.
Yeah, and when I say by all in, I mean
Sack his whole
just
board.
sacking the Ravager to put counters on Triskelion. There's
Yeah,
no
you
reason to do that
need
now.
to.
So you should attack with the Ravager. But it doesn't matter. I'm not
yeah,
saying
I
it
guess
matters.
matter. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I feel like not really many of the things that
Yeah.
Nam does at this point are going to lead to him
I
losing the game.
do not disagree with that statement. Oh, Jay got counters on it after it was revoked.
Yep.
Didn't occur to me that actually happens.
Oh, that's
Because
funny,
it's
yeah.
not activated.
Yep. That's funny. Yeah, it's Wurmquill. Just pack it in. Like, this is,
Scoop.
yeah, this is over.
Oh, there is another possibility
Okay.
that I haven't discussed.
Yep.
This might not actually be an accurate deck list of Matt's.
Okay. Yeah.
There are cards in the game that help him here. Like Hercules being the first one I can think of.
Serenity. Oh, Serenity doesn't.
Serenity is too late for Serenity,
Yeah.
but like a combination of things.
Ah! Yes! That's awesome. Affecting the global metagame. Oh man.
Yeah, it's a good card. Yeah. Pass.
That is a hell of a board. Oh, that's time.
Time of the round?
Time of the round.
Oh wow. Active Namtran finisher, Namtran. Proceed to 5 additional
Now,
Namtrans.
yeah, we don't have life totals now, but Nam is representing a ton of damage.
Yeah, he has no blockers. Like,
Yeah.
look what's on the board. Like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 just on board.
Yeah, without sacking anything.
Yeah, or actually 18, 19. And then the 3 on top from the...
That's long. That was only 2 games.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They went long.
took a while. I mean, as matches involving workshops usually do.
Excellent. But yes, I have an extra. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure you can kill me anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bird Wizard.
The blocker.
Oh, he can just shoot it before he blocks. I was like, well, that's not really going to work out.
Hey, it prevented damage.
Yeah.
All right, Nan takes it down.
Yeah, energy fluxes, I was kind of scared of that.
Energy fluxes in the beginning. You got worker though, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Sometimes they're a little rough.
I mean, even with worker though, that
Right.
keeps your cards in your
That
hand.
was a good time.
Yeah. Well, you don't want
So
to,
we're probably not going to have...
You gotta kind of balance like what's the play and what's the brand and stuff.
Yeah, worker.
Yeah, do that.
I didn't think it was gonna be that set for game actually. I guess the double tangle wire. I was like, well, I'm just gonna play it and see what happens.
The 7-time walks is pretty good.
All right, we may get the Dragon feature match next
Oh,
round.
man, I really hope so. Jerry McCarthy playing Dragon, no, that's going to be a treat for the audience.
We'll see. Could go either way.
You're not.
Even with my head.
Well, awesome or very awesome.
I want to pull up some player profiles real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I could still do it here. I could just do.
They use overlay the image, right?
Yeah. There's a really big delay when you switch between scenes and zoning.
Oh, yeah. So,
All right, so that was
Namq Tran.
It's gonna win one more, basically. You're in.
that was Matt Hazard. Wind up playing the Delver deck there. Got 340th at the 2015 Vintage Champs.
Nice.
He cast Char to kill Mike Solly. You have a lot of Solly-related magic accomplishments.
Well, how can you not? He's the greatest vintage player ever.
I mean, beating anyone
He
at
makes
Vintage
sure to
Champs-
tell everyone every hits early convenience.
Beating anyone with Char at Vintage Champs is exciting, so I can't blame him.
Nice. Second of the 2012 Legacy Champs.
All right, he's an airborne recon marine. He designs lighting and theater. He ran a Senta Speedo Dash for 47 years.
Nice.
But most importantly, he was there at the invention of the Jaegerita,
Nice.
the greatest.
That is, it's really not as bad as you think it is.
The Jaegerita is not as bad as you think, and he was just recently defeated by
The legend,
Namq
the
Tran.
shop's legend, Namq Tran.
1000% serious. Wearing the same shirt in this picture.
Yeah, it's actually the only shirt he owns.
Yeah, Vintage Tops top 8s, SCG Legacy top 8, SCG Vintage top 8, TSO top 8s,
Nam Tran
Top-
is a man who does not mess around when it comes to shops.
professional top 8er. He is X&O in Sandwich Punch.
Oh, okay.
And he's
Looks like we're
1000%
getting.
serious.
Looks like we're receiving a call.
All right, let's talk to
the
Dan,
winner himself.
the champion.
Going on?
Not a lot. We just saw that horrible blowout.
Yeah, that was
It didn't start as a blowout, but it certainly ended as one.
Yeah, I actually thought I was going to lose. I wasn't sure if playing that second Tangle Wire was right, but I just kind of threw it out there and we were going to see what happens.
Yeah, it was the mid game was actually like very interesting with like him having the equipment that he could tap to your tangle wires and just like how if you could just get him down to just enough permanence to tap his board at like one turn, so you could get his Stoneforges.
Yeah.
It was very close.
I was kind of worried that he'd have 3 mana to bounce back his Batter Skull to his hand, and then the 2 mana to slip it back into play, which would be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I could have tried to duplicate the Germ token, but that would have just got me a 0/0. That would have went away, so that wasn't really towards my cause.
So the first time you attacked with the Batter Skull, you had the option to block with the Lodestone. What was your reasoning behind not blocking there? You just figured the Lodestone was more valuable than getting the Germ off the table, or?
Well, I think at that time he still had 3 mana, so even if I killed the Germ, then once he gets 3, he can bounce the Batter Skull back to his hand and then just sneak it back into play with Stoneforge. So I wanted a more permanent solution to the Germ than kind of just losing my Lodestone and then kind of going back to step 1 there.
Okay.
So, have you been playing this particular build of shops for a while, or?
No, actually, last week I was like, hey, I need a deck to build for this deck from the Mana Drain. I built it with the intent of just goldfishing it and testing it and see how I liked it, but I just didn't have the time, so it's actually the first time I played it today.
seems to work out.
We've all been there.
Props to that guy who built the deck. I haven't lost the game yet so far, knock on wood.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. A lot of
playing with Hangerback too. So.
Yeah, it seems especially powerful in this metagame. It seems there's a lot of people that built blue decks to beat other blue decks running around, and you're just kind of just going over the top.
Commenting on that, Matt. I don't know how many you know about, but Matt has a lot of dead cards against you game 1, which probably would have been good against plenty of other decks he could have played against, but
blue decks, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't really know what was in his deck last time. I saw he had Aegis of Honor and Containment Priest, so I figured he was blue white hate bears or so, but kind of sort of.
He has hate bears, some of them.
He does have those cards in his 75. They were not in his deck against you, but
yeah.
but they were definitely things he could have had.
Yeah.
So 3 Sword of Fire Ice feels like a lot to me. I know people are doing it now. It obviously was awesome for you, Dan. What's your general opinion of the card?
I just wanted to try it. There was a couple times when I goldfished with it, and just being able to draw cards off of it seemed really valuable. I thought about swapping them out for Crucible of Worlds, but it doesn't seem like Crucible of Worlds really fits to this deck that well. Granted, there's 3 in the sideboard, but you're going to want them in certain matches.
Yeah, it was awesome for you this game. Or game 2.
Kill all the Stoneforges.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah, once you got the first shot in, that was kind of it just spiraled out of control for him.
Yeah.
He was just all downhill.
Yeah. I liked how that game ended up going. I was a little worried at first, but it worked out.
That's just usually how it goes with stacks. It's oh, you might get out of it. Oh, nope, it's just over. You hit that turn where it just all comes crashing down.
Yeah, you never know. I was kind of expecting maybe a big mana drain into a big play or something like that, but luckily Kazan didn't really have too much crazy going on his side.
All right, awesome.